Hello, hello, hello. It's yours truly, Jeremy Lassman, host of the Conscious Leadership Network, here for my regularly scheduled lives on Wednesday. It is nice to be with you again. How are you all doing today? So, let's dive right in. Yes, if you haven't met me, if you're not familiar with me, again, my name is Jeremy Lassman. I am one of the hosts of the Conscious Leadership Network. I bring my invention of imagination technology to support people to step through a doorway to their unimaginable. And really, I love to work with people to help them go from powered to superpowered, and really igniting passion, creativity, innovation, and all that jazz to really help entrepreneurs, help creatives, help artists uh, become better performers of their talent and really bring about a higher level of their authority and their leadership to their visions and to go bolder, quite frankly. And so that kind of really segues into the topic today: balancing your genius and real life. This is an interesting prompt because, in terms of my story, I was a very sensitive people pleaser. And when I was a people pleaser, and to a certain extent, always transforming and learning new layers of the onion, uh, but basically, what being a people pleaser means to me and how it expressed itself as a suppression of my power growing up was feeling the discrepancy, the discord between the intelligence that I felt inside and all my ideas, all of the things that I wanted to innovate, all of the ways that I felt things weren't quite good enough. Uh, Everything about my passion and the way that I wanted to express myself would kind of conflict with the status quo of needing to please people at their level. And this mm, this dynamic really comes at a detriment to it came at a detriment to my ability to shine bright and to really impact life, business, opportunities, people, different environments in the way that I felt called to play. Everything in that people pleaser mentality or that real life gets diluted. It gets the volume gets turned down when you're funneling your genius to people please in real life. And all of the societal barriers that you feel are in the way from you being accepted, you being validated, you being feeling allowed or permission or uh, whatever bottleneck or obstruction is in the way from you feeling like you can express yourself in full potential, in full force, in full passion. And we have to, and that volume cranked down in order to appease real life. It comes down to people pleasing to me, and you might have your own word for this in terms of like your credibility, your authority, uh, your level of leadership, your the platforms or whatever structures you're standing upon in order to feel and be the genius that you are, unworthiness, inadequacy, insecurity, fear, all of these things in the way are the bottlenecks between you in your zone of genius and you appeasing a normalcy that is a comfort zone of you, of others, of the way things have been done, the status quo. So you feel that line, right? That line between you and your fullest brilliance, in your shiniest passion, in your power, in your ability to be loud, in my case, versus being quiet and being subdued. Uh, there are so many things. I'm just, sharing from my perspective, painting that line so that you can feel where you're at in yourself, in your entrepreneurial ventures, in your creative ventures, in your relationships, and in the relationship to yourself. Ultimately, what it comes down to. And yeah, so I would love to hear from you. Like, where do you struggle between that line of your zone of genius and everything that goes on up here in your mind, in your imagination, your vision, everything that you see that is individual to you, versus where you turn that volume down in order to keep a comfortable, people-pleasing dynamic, to not ruffle anyone's feathers, to not trigger anyone, to not disrupt anyone. Where do you fall on that spectrum? Where do you struggle with where you want to show up versus the walls and the filters that you hit or that you create or that you feel that kind of delimit you, that govern you, that drain your power, that keep you from really showing up in that full superpowered creativity, and that boldness, that that untapped, really no boundaries, no thing holding you down. That's ultimately the ground, the limitlessness that is achievable when you get out of your own way, right? So yeah, I would love to hear from you in the comments, and if you haven't already done so, the link is in the description, but check out the Conscious Leadership Network. If you're listening to this and you're a rebel, you're a divergent, you are enigmatic, you are outside the box, you're an innovator, a pioneer, whatever, whatever label that you really feel unique on, the Conscious Leadership Network is for you. It is a place to foster and facilitate the mastery of your craft, to really awaken your presence and awaken your vision of what you're here to build, what you're here to create. And it's an electric environment, and I look forward to seeing you in there. If you have any questions, let me know, and I look forward to seeing you next week. Until then,